Have you felt it lately? The subtle way your strength doesn't quite feel the same? Maybe you wake up and take that first step out of bed, and your legs feel a little unsure. Or perhaps the morning walk you once enjoyed now leaves you a bit winded, a bit wobbly. There's no injury, no diagnosis, nothing wrong exactly, yet something deep inside tells you, I'm not as strong as I used to be. And the hardest part? It doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in slowly, quietly, like a shadow at dawn. One day, you're rising with ease. The next, you're bracing yourself just to stand. And it's easy to blame aging. Everyone says it's normal. But what if I told you that some of the most common things we do each morning, habits we barely notice, might actually be speeding up this decline? Yes, it's true. From what we eat or skip, to how we move or don't, to what we reach for before anything else, our morning routine holds quiet power. It can either support our muscles or slowly chip away at them, especially in the legs. But here's the good news. These habits are simple to spot, and even easier to fix once you know what to look for. And today, I'm going to walk you through 5 small but sneaky morning mistakes that may be weakening your muscles without you even realizing. We'll also look at gentle, doable changes that can help restore your strength, starting tomorrow morning. If you've ever wondered why your legs don't feel as steady, or your mornings don't start as strong as they used to, you're not alone. I invite you to stay with me. And if you've noticed these changes too, share your story in the comments. It might help someone else feel seen. Now, let's take a closer look at the first quiet mistake, and why fixing it could be the most important step you take today. Let's start with something that seems innocent, familiar, even comforting. Picture your typical morning. You wake up, shuffle into the kitchen, and fix yourself a light breakfast. Maybe it's a bowl of oatmeal, a slice of toast with jam, or a warm cup of tea and a banana. It feels like a gentle way to begin the day. But for your muscles, especially the ones in your legs, that gentle start may actually be leaving them hungry for the very thing they need most. You see, after the age of 60, your body becomes less efficient at processing nutrients, particularly protein. There's a scientific name for this: anabolic resistance. It means that as we age, our muscles need more high-quality protein just to maintain what they already have. And if they don't get it, they slowly begin to break down. Not dramatically, not overnight, just a little more each day. The tricky part is, many common breakfast foods don't deliver enough of this essential nutrient. A slice of toast? Maybe 2 grams of protein. Oatmeal? Around 5. A banana or some fruit? Almost none. Even a standard yogurt, unless it's Greek style or cottage cheese, only gives you a small boost, certainly not the 20 to 30 grams your muscles are quietly asking for after a long night of fasting. So, what happens next? Your body, still in a semi-fasted state from sleep, starts searching for energy. And often, it turns inward, pulling from your own muscle tissue to keep you going. That's why you may feel your legs trembling when you stand, or why stairs feel harder than they used to. It's not just aging, it's undernourished muscle trying to keep up. But here's the good news. You don't need to overhaul your diet or cook up a big meal to fix it. Just a few mindful additions can make all the difference. If you enjoy oatmeal, stir in a scoop of protein powder or top it with nuts and seeds. Add a boiled egg to your toast. Choose Greek yogurt over regular. Or enjoy a slice of cheese or tofu with your breakfast. Even small changes, just a few extra grams of protein, can help your muscles start the day stronger. One study from McMaster University found that older adults who consumed at least 30 grams of protein at breakfast experienced greater muscle strength and retention compared to those who ate the same amount later in the day. Why? Because the body is most receptive in the morning, ready to rebuild and recharge if we give it the tools. So tomorrow morning, take a second look at your plate. Not with guilt, not with pressure, just with curiosity. Ask yourself, where is my protein? That one question, asked gently, consistently, could be the key to protecting your balance, your strength, and your independence. Let's make that first meal of the day not just a habit, but a quiet act of muscle care. Now let's talk about something that feels so natural, so harmless, you probably never thought twice about it. You wake up, move slowly to the kitchen, maybe pour yourself a cup of tea or coffee, and then you sit. In your favorite chair, by the window, in the same quiet spot every morning. You breathe, you sip, you ease into the day. It feels peaceful, safe, comforting. But here's the surprising truth. That calm, still moment, if it lasts too long, might actually be chipping away at your muscle strength, especially in your legs. You see, after a full night of sleep, your muscles have been inactive for hours. Your circulation is slower, your joints a little stiff, and your balance system hasn't quite woken up yet. What your body needs in those first 15 to 30 minutes of the day is not more stillness, it's gentle activation. A simple reminder that your muscles are still needed, still part of your movement, your life. But when you remain seated too long, your legs stay asleep. Blood flow stays sluggish. Oxygen doesn't reach your muscles as efficiently, and your brain doesn't fully engage the nerves that help you balance. That's why, when you finally stand up, your legs may feel unsteady, not because they're weak, but because they've been left idle for too long. And over time, this quiet routine becomes a pattern, a habit, one that tells your body, I'm not using these muscles much anymore. And the body, always listening, always adapting, slowly starts letting go. The thighs lose tone, the hips tighten, the calves weaken. Before you even realize it, walking to the mailbox feels harder. Getting up from the sofa requires more effort. And the fear of falling creeps in. Not from age, but from disuse. But here's the good news. This habit is one of the easiest to change. You don't need to exercise. You don't need to stretch for 30 minutes. All your body needs is a little signal, a whisper that says, let's begin. Stand for an extra minute before you sit. Roll your ankles. Lift your heels off the ground. March in place while your coffee brews. Shift your weight gently from one foot to the other. Walk to the sink and back. Just 30 seconds of light movement can wake up your muscles, increase circulation, and steady your balance for the rest of the day. In fact, studies show that older adults who incorporate light movement within the first hour of waking experience better mobility, fewer falls, and more confidence in their steps. So tomorrow morning, before you settle in, take a moment. Let your legs move. Let them know they're still part of your story. Still strong. Still yours. It's a small change, but one that echoes through every step you take afterward. Because strength doesn't always begin in the gym. Sometimes it starts right at home, with one simple decision to stand, move, and stay in motion. Let's move on to something even simpler, so basic, so overlooked, that many people go years without realizing its impact. It's not about what you eat. It's not about how you move. It's about what you don't drink. Water, just water. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body wakes up in a gentle state of dehydration. That's completely normal. You haven't had anything to drink all night, and yet your body has been working non-stop, repairing tissue, maintaining your heartbeat, balancing temperature. All of it requires water. And when you open your eyes in the morning, your cells are already thirsty, especially your muscles. You might not feel it. In fact, many older adults don't feel thirsty, even when their body desperately needs fluid. That's because as we age, the natural thirst signal becomes weaker. Combine that with slower circulation and increased muscle sensitivity to hydration, and you have the perfect storm for subtle but serious consequences. Muscles are made up of roughly 75% water, and without enough of it, they can't contract properly, they can't repair efficiently, they can't absorb the nutrients they need to stay strong. That's why, on some mornings, you might feel stiff, your legs might feel heavy, your energy low. You might chalk it up to aging. But in truth, your muscles could just be running dry. Even mild dehydration, just a 1 to 2% drop, can impact physical performance, balance, and joint comfort. Over time, it adds up. It starts to chip away at your strength without you even noticing. But here's the gift. This is one of the easiest habits to change. You don't need to gulp down a huge bottle of water the second you get up. Just one glass, about 8 to 10 ounces of room temperature or warm water, is enough to signal to your body. We're awake now, and we're ready. Some people add a squeeze of lemon. Others stir in a pinch of sea salt or magnesium powder. The flavor doesn't matter. What matters is the moment. That small ritual of care. That first gentle step toward nourishing not just your thirst, but your stability, mobility, and vitality. It's best to drink before coffee, before food, even before turning on the news. Because once digestion begins, the window for deep hydration quietly closes, and muscles that were waiting for fuel are left hanging. So tonight, place a glass by your bedside, or set a soft reminder on your phone, and tomorrow before the toast pops or the kettle whistles, take that first sip. It may seem small, but for your muscles, for your legs, it's a message that says, I haven't forgotten you. And sometimes, that's all your body needs to begin the day with a little more steadiness, a little more strength, a little more you. There's a kind of comfort in stepping into a hot shower first thing in the morning. The warmth wraps around you like a blanket. The steam rises, easing the stiffness from your joints. It feels like the perfect reset, soft, familiar, almost luxurious. And for many people, it's a cherished ritual, a moment of calm before the noise of the day. But here's something few people realize. Taking a hot shower too soon after waking up, before your body has fully adjusted, can quietly set you up for instability, especially in your legs. Why? Because when you first wake, your body is still in a rest and repair mode. Your blood pressure is low, your heart rate is slower, your circulation hasn't caught up to the demands of the day. Your muscles, particularly in your legs, are still groggy from hours of stillness. Then suddenly, you expose yourself to heat. Hot water causes your blood vessels to rapidly expand, and your body scrambles to adjust. It shifts blood flow, activates temperature regulation, and tries to rebalance itself, all at once. If your system isn't fully awake, that abrupt change can leave you feeling lightheaded, dizzy, or wobbly. Maybe you've felt it. That moment when you step out of the shower and your legs feel like jelly, or your knees buckle slightly when you reach for a towel. It's not your imagination. It's your body saying, I wasn't ready. Your muscles, especially the ones in your thighs, calves, and feet, need a few minutes of activation, a signal that it's time to support you. When they don't get that, and heat floods the system too fast, you lose the grounding that helps you stand, move, and stay safe. But the solution is simple. You don't have to give up your warm shower. You just need to give your body a little more time. When you wake, sit at the edge of your bed. Roll your ankles. Stretch your legs forward. Stand slowly. Walk a few steps. Sip some water. Let your circulation wake up before stepping under the stream. And when you do shower, consider turning the temperature down slightly. Warm, not steaming hot. That small change reduces the shock to your system and makes it easier for your legs to stay strong and steady. For extra support, add a non-slip mat, a shower chair, or even keep one hand on the wall while drying off. These aren't signs of weakness, they're signs of wisdom, of choosing safety over habit, strength over speed. So tomorrow, pause before you turn that dial. Give your body a moment to catch up to your intentions, and let your legs know, we're easing into this day, with care, not chaos. Because true strength doesn't come from rushing. It comes from listening, from adjusting, from honoring your body's quiet need to prepare. Let's take a moment to talk about a habit that feels harmless, even healthy to some, but maybe the most quietly damaging of all when it comes to protecting your muscles. Skipping breakfast. For many older adults, especially after retirement, mornings begin slower. There's no alarm, no meeting to rush to. Just peace. You sit by the window, sip your tea or coffee, maybe nibble on a cracker, or maybe nothing at all. Over time, breakfast becomes less of a meal and more of an afterthought. Some days it disappears altogether, and on the surface, it doesn't seem like a big deal. You might not feel hungry. You might even think you're doing your body a favor by giving your digestion a break, or keeping your blood sugar steady. But here's what your body knows, even when your appetite doesn't. After a full night of fasting, your muscles are running on empty. They've spent hours repairing themselves, keeping you warm, maintaining your heartbeat. By morning, they need fuel, not just flavor. And when they don't get it, they start looking elsewhere. Where do they turn? To themselves, that's right. In the absence of real nutrition, especially protein, your body begins breaking down your own muscle tissue to create energy. Slowly, quietly, without pain, without warning. Until one day, you notice that climbing stairs feels harder. Getting up from a chair takes more effort. Your legs, once reliable, feel less certain beneath you. And here's the thing. Tea or coffee alone won't help. In fact, drinking them on an empty stomach can make things worse. They can dehydrate you further, increase feelings of jitteriness, and delay your first real meal even longer, giving your body even more time to chip away at its own reserves. But you don't need a big breakfast to turn things around. You just need a signal, a message to your muscles that they matter, that you haven't forgotten them. Maybe that means half a boiled egg, a slice of toast with almond butter, a spoonful of Greek yogurt topped with seeds, even a handful of nuts or a piece of cheese. It doesn't have to be much, it just has to be something, because it's not about calories, it's about communication. Telling your body, I'm here, I'm ready, let's stay strong today. So tomorrow morning, as you hold that warm mug in your hands, pause. Ask yourself, is this enough? Am I fueling strength or just sipping comfort? You deserve both. A quiet, gentle start, and a body that carries you confidently through the day. And it all begins with a simple choice: to eat, to nourish, to protect the strength you've spent a lifetime building. Let breakfast be more than a routine. Let it be a small act of self-respect. You've made it to the end of this conversation, and that means more than you might realize. It means you care. Not just about getting through the day, but about doing it with strength, stability, and the quiet confidence that your body can still support you. Because the truth is, your mornings matter. They shape more than your schedule. They shape your strength, your balance, your independence. And the routines you choose, what you eat, when you move, whether you hydrate, send powerful messages to your body each day. Messages that say, I still choose strength. I still choose to care. You don't need to change everything at once. You don't need perfection or pressure. All you need is a starting point, one small shift, one glass of water, one moment of movement, one breakfast that doesn't just fill your stomach, but feeds your muscles. These small acts, done with care and intention, have the power to protect what matters most, your ability to stand strong, to move freely, and to live each day on your own terms. And if something in today's message spoke to you, if you found yourself nodding or thinking, "That's me," I invite you to share it in the comments. Your story might be the encouragement someone else needs to take their own first step. And if this gave you a helpful reminder, a gentle nudge, or a new habit to try, I'd be so grateful if you'd click the like button and subscribe to Silver Bloom Health. Every week, we're here with simple, practical ways to help you protect your strength and live fully. One quiet, thoughtful morning at a time. Until next time, take care of your mornings, and your mornings will take care of you.